Real quickly, I want to do this because I think she's getting ready for work right now, and she's about to go into work and everything. It's my daughter's birthday. I love my Brittany Reed. Brittany Reed is I don't know if she wants me to give her age, but she's 33 today, and and, and she's pregnant, and she's got an incredible husband, and I've said this before. I mean, and I know, it probably makes some people sick or whatever. This young woman, I mean, it's so crazy to think. I mean, I remember when she was born, and when she was born, I wanted a daughter. Like I just wanted a daughter so bad, and she was my gift, and she's never, I mean, I know it sounds crazy, never been in trouble. Never. Matter of fact, when I would do things that were questionable, like let her watch something that she shouldn't watch, she'd be like, "Hey, Dad, I'm not supposed to watch this." Like she was straightening me out when she was 8, and just I mean, it's just a wonderful, wonderful, loving, sweet daughter. Happy birthday to my Brittany Reed.
Happy birthday. You're so right. She is so awesome, and her and her husband are just great people, and they're going to be awesome moms and dads. And
oh, yeah. She's
happy
excited.
birthday, Brittany, my fellow Sagittarius. No wonder you're so awesome, because you're a Sagittarius, and Sagittarius are the best. Okay?
Yeah.
We're just the best.
And they're humble.
You're right. That is not a Sagittarius trait.
No.
It's your birthday's next week, isn't it?
The 14th. So got
the 14th, yeah. And then Dirty Jim, or Jim Colbert, Jim Colbert, his birthday, I think it's always around the same time of Brittany. So I think his is either today or tomorrow.
So no, it's the second, I think, or fourth. Second or fourth.
It's the fourth. His is the fourth. Brittany, my daughter, Brittany is the second, and then Jimmy is the fourth. So happy birthday to him as well. But yeah, my daughter, man, just I mean, I couldn't love her anymore. And she's just always been, I mean, like, just the greatest kid ever, and I never had a problem with her ever. Just a sweet thing.
Unlike my son.
Yeah, unlike him. Oh, he's like me. He's like me. She is like her wonderful mother. Her mother is a wonderful person, and just she's like that, very straight edge. She shakes her head at some of the stuff Dad says. But, but Angel, Angel, you have one that's a little bit older, so you can probably see. But when they get to be 33, you sit back and go, "Wow, I can't believe."
Dude, my oldest, so she's in Nashville, and she works for the state attorney there. She's the one that graduated from a military academy, and I am in awe of her all the time. So every time we talk, and just what she does now for the state of Tennessee, and the role that she's playing there as an advocate for kids, and just all the things. Yeah, so you're right. It is absolutely amazing, and I am her biggest fan, and just like I sit back and just in awe of all the things that she's accomplished so far.
When you see her and talk to her, do you still see? I still see a little girl when I talk to Brittany, and I know that may
it's
be
weird
wrong,
because I understand what you're saying, because it's I still
That's
see
my
her,
little girl, but she's a grown woman.
Yeah, but when I'm talking, when I'm talking to her about when she was in the academy, or when she, talking about going to the FBI, and I'm like, I see it in the eyes of, that's my little kid, but she wants to work for the FBI. How's that work? So it's I can understand exactly what you mean by that.
And Carlos, can you imagine when Lennon is 33? I mean, it's just it is mind blowing. It truly is, and all those years go by. And
hey, I want to give you some credit, Russ. Where like I shot a lot of weddings. So Russ was kind enough to hire my wife and I for Brittany's wedding. And so I was able to view and be a part of the wedding, and she had a great stepdad,
wonderful guy. And Doug is a great guy. Yeah.
And stepdads don't get a lot of credit a lot of times. I've never personally had one. But there's, I think it comes few and far between to get like a really good one that cares about the kid. And so like, shout out to the stepdad, shout out to you for being kind enough to let him walk down. You guys shared the aisle.
We both walked down the aisle with her, and I didn't want it any other way, because he was, I mean, she moved away when she was 5, and that was, that was all my fault. It was not their fault. You know, my wife and I had gotten divorced, and she met this wonderful dude who was at the Naval Center here, and he had to move to a different state, and so they moved when she was like 5, which was really tough, tough. But he's a wonderful guy, and when they got married, I said I wouldn't want any other way. I mean, he should walk with us, and
it makes it so much as like from the fly on the wall perspective that I always had at these weddings. That was always the issue, like the stepmom or the stepdad, and whether they're going to be in the same room, and it's petty and like anybody having a wedding or a celebration during this time, like put down your madness at this person to allow the person that you're celebrating to enjoy it, like without having to go like, oh, if my dad meets my stepdad, it's going to be World War III, you know, like
yeah.
And that was nice, and it was a beautiful, unbelievably beautiful wedding. I've never even gone back to that place since then. That location.
Yeah, it was out in Claremont or something. Middle of nowhere. It was really pretty. It was awesome. But yeah, you know, even that whole situation was great because her mom is a wonderful person, and
she is,
and she raised her pretty well. She has my sense of humor a lot of times. You know, she's got that. But most of her, she's like her mom, which is good. So, but anyway, happy birthday to my beautiful Brittany. She's a dance teacher. Man, I can't tell you how many dance things I went to when she was, you know, like jumping
all the
over
recitals,
all the recitals. Never thinking it would, you know, lead to anything. Because when she moved down here to live with me, because she did move down to live with me, and she went to Disney to her tryout for a dance tryout, she didn't make it. And she was devastated for a little while, but then she didn't get devastated. I mean, she was a little upset.
Yeah,
then
bummed out. I mean, because
she was bummed out. Yeah, because that was her life.
I've had friends that have gone to art schools and gotten dance degrees and everything, and that is like a legitimate career option. You get to Disney and you're on one of those shows. That is a definite goal,
absolutely.
You know.
And she did have a degree from the University of Maryland for dance, which was a pretty big deal. But they needed a different kind of, I don't know. I guess they needed a different kind of dance or whatever here. So she ends up working at Universal, and she works her way all the way up to working with the vice president of Universal, because she was, you know, she's got a little bit of dad's drive, you know.
Yeah.
And then she had the opportunity to be a dance teacher, and she was making pretty good money, but she wanted to be a dance teacher. She loved teaching kids, and that's what she's doing now. So God love you, Brittany. Happy birthday, honey. I hope you're listening to this. She might be, she might not be. But
you gotta send it to her. You just gotta clip the audio, be like, hey, just, you know, here you go. I don't know if you were listening, but
yeah, we're taking her out to dinner tomorrow, and it's always a thing because she likes sushi. Now she's pregnant, so she can't have raw fish, but she still can have sushi. And my mom is not
the biggest sushi fan.
She ain't on the sushi train, but I
they
did
don't
tell
have
Mom
that at the Olive Garden.
you know what's weird? I've totally